So, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. So, it's nice to see you again, everyone. Untuk hari ini, for today's meeting, we will discuss uh, a topic related to scientific writing. So, I would like to share some information about the scientific writing or menulis artikel ilmiah. Okay, I'll use bilingual English and uh, bahasa Indonesia so that everyone can get the point. Okay, let me start with some PowerPoint. Okay, uh, let me start with these quotes from nothing to be something. So I hope that everyone can have inspiration and can have knowledge. So you are from nothing and then to be something, it means that you get some uh, more knowledge about how to write a paper or menulis article. So first, I would like to introduce the structure of the standard article. We call this as IMRAD, IMRAD. I introduction, M is material and method, and the result. Result means what are the findings, and then and discussion. The introduction part. Introduction means what problem was studied, what others and you did, your study area. For example, everyone, I guess you have already your study area. Oh, for example, in mathematics education, I have an area of, for example, the uh, uh, the the thinking process or mathematizing. Yeah, so you already uh, find a problem in this area. And how is the problem studied? How? So it's about the method. Result. What are the findings? And also discussion. What do your findings mean? Combined with conclusion, summary, and the future plans. So here, the principle of scientific article. There are three principles of scientific article, namely accuracy, brevity, and clarity. Accuracy means is really exactly correct for the language, correct for the reference, and correct of the data. So it's accurate. And the brevity is ringkas bahasa, ringkas data, ringkas halaman. It means you cannot write a so long paper. You need to make it shorter so everyone can get the idea. Third is clarity. It's clear. Clear the language, clear the data, and clear the link of the IMRAD. So there's a link between the component. Okay, this is the anatomy of the article that you need to know. There's a title, judul, and then yeah, actually after judul or after title, it's continue with the data. It means not the data, the name of the authors, ya, autornya siapa, and then it continue the identity of the writer, and also it's continue with abstract, ya, here judul abstract, pendahuluan, ya, introduction, methods, metode. So after methods, there's a hasil and pembahasan result, ya, result and discussion, and also a conclusion, reference, and sometimes we can give acknowledgement or ucapan terima kasih. So, okay, let's try to break down one by one. About the title of your article. So what is the title? If I give these two, which one is more interesting? First one, applying realistic mathematics education for learning decimal at primary school through measurement activity. Yeah, I changed. So the author changed to a concrete situation for learning decimal. That's it. The profile of upper secondary school teachers' conception of mathematical reasoning in terms of gender. There's also, yeah, the title here, investigating upper secondary school teachers' conception. We give a titik dua gitu ya. Is mathematical reasoning considered gendered? Which one is more interesting? Which one is more eye-catching so that the reader can choose or can have interest to read your paper? Yeah. Or the last one here, the third one, a comparison study of student mathematical reasoning between students with visual and auditory learning style on the topic of area measurement. Yeah, it's changed to comparing mathematical reasoning of visual learner because this is visual learner and auditory learner. Kedua, yeah, evidence from area measurement. That's it. Which one is more interesting and like to make reader curious? Yeah. Okay, so because they are so different a title, I give you explanation about types of title of article. So there are some kinds of article, yeah, for the title. First is called as declarative title, yeah. Jadi declarative title is contain is directly contain the content, isinya, or the conclusion, the main conclusion from the result of your research. For example, here, contextual situation can promote prospective teachers' creativity in posing mathematical problems. From this title, you can see that the author tried to write the conclusion of their finding, the conclusion of their research. Or there is another kinds of title we call as descriptive or neutral titles. So it's just describe the object that will be discussed. The author will not say the result. So, for example, if the author would like to explore the actually, for example, the mathematics ability really influence the way of a student's creativity in solving problem, for example. That's the result. But the author will not say about the result. It's just saying in the title, okay, effect of blah 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 on blah blah blah. So it's general without saying the result. The third kinds of article titles called interrogative or question titles. So for this interrogative or question titles, it shows the subject of the article in terms of question, because interrogative question. It makes the authors, or I mean the reader, will curious what happened with this, for example. So this is in terms of question. Can this approach influence blah blah blah? So it makes reader curious. What is the answer of this question? Okay, and the fourth kinds of article called compound titles. It starts with the small small question, yeah, very small question, and it's followed with the like a sentence about the subject, or maybe, yeah, it starts with the phrase, yeah, and also start with declarative. I gave you the example. So this is the compound titles. So the titles will be separated into two parts. The first part is the main questions, the essence of the article, what is the findings, and the second is about explaining the first one and specify what is the methods, context, subject, and everything. For example, this is a title of from a journal, Sundanese Ethnomathematics, titik 2, mathematical activities in estimating, measuring, and making patterns. So make this title called as compound titles. Yeah, so yeah, this is very important when you put the title so that the reader can guide the idea. I mean, to make the interest for the reader. Okay, this is several examples that we took. Yeah, designing PISA like mathematics tasks in Indonesia, experience and challenge. Yeah, what makes problem mathematically interesting? Is question. Mathematics is like a lion. Elementary students believe about mathematics. Actually, this article, I guess, discuss about the elementary student belief, but how the reader make this title interest to be read. I mean, the article interested to be read. Okay, next one. Expert-based attribute, identification and validation on fraction subtraction, a cognitively diagnostic assessment application. So this is some example of title. Yeah, this is the general errors, yeah, when you make a title. Sometimes the general errors is said to general. So when it's too general, it will not give too general. So there is no novelty, tidak ada kebaruan, which is want to be shared from the article. The second one is too specific. It seems that the implication is just very limited to the context or the case that is researched. Yeah. Why this is called too specific? This is the example. Blah blah blah, grade 8 SMA 1 Jogja. Ya. Jadi specific, too specific, ya. This the it's called the subject grade 8. SMA apa? Sekolah senior high school. Sometimes I saw a paper, they wrote also tahun ajaran sekian, kelas SMA 1 Surabaya, for example, kelas 8D IPA. Sometimes I saw also like that. That's too specific. The third one, too long. There's some repetition. Yeah, some repetition in terms of words. So they will not add information. For example, effect of learning applying blah 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 approach towards senior high school student. Yeah, mathematical approach. Yeah, so many mathematical creativity and mathematical argumentation. We can make it shorter. Yeah, that's why this title is too long. Yeah, this is interesting because there's a finding from Jamali. Sometimes the article, not sometimes, this is the finding, yeah. The article with the title in terms of question, tadi interrogatif itu lebih banyak diunduh, ya. And apa? Tapi however, it's cited less than article with descriptive. It's just a finding, ya. And ya, artikel dengan judul pertanyaan cenderung diunduh lebih banyak, ya, banyak yang ngambil, gitu ya. Download tapi dikutipnya lebih sedikit dari yang lain. Artikel dengan judul yang lebih panjang, longer ya, diunduh lebih sedikit daripada artikel dengan judul yang lebih pendek. Ini hanya pengetahuan saja untuk saudara. Judul dengan titik 2 cenderung lebih panjang dan menerima lebih sedikit unduhan dan kutipan. Nah, ternyata begitu. Lebih banyak dampak pada jumlah unduhan daripada jumlah kutipan. Ya, you can also you can also read this paper if you are interested in. Okay, that's about the title, judul, ya. Not yet going to the abstract and continue with introduction and so on. Okay, after the title, there is an abstract. Abstract, yeah, in abstract. So I call this as the door, ya. Jadi pembaca, reader itu akan membaca pertama kali, they will read first the abstract. They will not read the whole paper. The first impression they will see from the abstract. Sometimes I have some experience. I saw the title and it is interesting, the title. When I saw the abstract, oh, this is not the paper that I would like to read. So in an abstract, this is very important when you write an abstract to make the audience really get the idea and make them interest. So how to summarize everything you're writing from the introduction till the conclusion in the abstract. So in abstract, we have several things to be written there. First is the motivation for the research. Why you choose this research? What makes your research is really interesting. Sometimes this part, because the motivation of the research is need to be put in the abstract. Sometimes writer would like to write this part so long. Yeah. No. You need to make it very sharp ya. Jangan terlalu panjang untuk masalah why. You write this why longer ya in a introduction part. Second is the question of the statement. Jadi bisa pertanyaan, bisa masalah. Tapi biasanya itu pernyataan. Biasanya in terms of pernyataan. Ya. Jadi masalah itu bisa dituliskan, can be written in terms of question or statement. For example, my question is about how the student creativity in solving blah blah blah. You can change to the statement. For example, this study aimed at investigating student creativity blah blah blah. Ya, jadi beda kan? Yang tadinya question in terms of question, but now change to the statement. And the method, method or approach. So how do you answer your question? Yeah, how do you solve the problem? The method, what method do you use? And the result. Yeah, very not so long because we have limitation number of words in abstract. And the contribution recommendation. Ya, kesimpulan tidak terlalu panjang, but you need to write the contribution and recommendation. What does it mean? What does everything? What is the impact of the result of your research? So here, I use the example of abstract of my colleague. Ya, exploring blah 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 blah. Ini adalah problem statement, aims. Methods, data were collected, blah, 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 resulted. Yeah, this is the methods. The findings, results, finding, present, blah, blah, blah. And then recommendation. This study suggests what this study suggests in the future. What is the significance? What the impact? What is the impact of your study? So this is the example of abstract, yeah. SIlahkan summary, yeah. But it's different with the summary. It's kind of okay. Kalau misalnya movie itu seperti ini trailer, gitu ya. Trailernya, jadi so that audience tuh sudah tahu, oh, this paper, this movie will showing something about this. Yeah, yeah. Okay, and then after the abstract, we need to write keywords, kata kunci. So tips for the keywords consists of 3 to 10 words. The words is specific, ya, spesifik bidang ilmu, ya, yang dibahas di artikel spesifik, has meanings, clear meaning, ya, explicit in the title, but implicit in the discussion. Ya, kemudian, jadi kata keywords nanti, your keywords, if you use keywords which is very can help others to can find you, ya. Jadi kata kuncinya harus bisa membuat orang-orang itu bisa langsung menuju ke artikel saudara gitu. Jadi spesifik, jadi harus spesifik yang dia harus known by everyone, jadi dikenal secara meluas, ya, dikenal oleh para peneliti. Jadi khusus yang bidang pendidikan dengan matematika tahu, oh ketika ngomongin proof and proving, nah misalnya itu pasti, oh itu pasti bidang pendidikan matematika, itu nggak mungkin dalam bidang lain, karena proof, bukti dan pembuktian, ya, itu istilah terminologi. Kemudian jangan gunakan istilah yang tampak membuat-buat, gitu ya, karena terminologi baru ingin dikenal, ya, dikenal bisa, tapi nggak, orang akan misalnya cari artikelnya itu di OAJ, Schimago, di Google Scholar, dia nggak akan menemukan, ya, pembaca tidak akan menemukan karena kata kuncinya itu tidak well known, gitu ya. Okay, that's all for the introduction. I mean, no, not the introduction, the title and abstract. We continue for next video for introduction, methods, and also data, result, discussion, and conclusion. Thank you so much for your attention. So see you in the next video.